way here, 55 kilograms. USA 3 against Bulgaria. Nate Engel going for another opportunity. Try to beat another tough, talented international star. Alexander Kostadinov, two-time junior world champ, wrestled this year at the World Championships on the senior level. Did not medal, but he's. They had a really good guy, Velen Velikov, who was also at this weight, but it looks like Kostadinov has taken that spot in Bulgaria and is now going to try to win senior medals after winning a couple of junior medals. Of course, Nate Engel's paid his dues at the USOEC program and has improved steadily. Right now he's one of our better 55 kilograms, and he's going to push people pretty hard.
As you said, Gary, a 2007-2008 junior world champ, was in the 09 World Championships. No score here, 1 minute, with Engel in the red of the United States and Alexander Kostadinov of Bulgaria in the blue.
I've seen Engel over the years. He was on the trip to Hungary I took last year, and he just looks more and more confident every year when he's out there. It's one of the advantages of these athletes that have spent a number of years at Northern Michigan. They concentrate full-time on Greco-Roman and do a ton of international matches.
Engel now having to go with parterre here, 30 seconds to go. First period at 55. Needs to score here.
Well, Engel's got to do something. He's going to the front headlock position instead of trying to work from the back. And he's going to have to lift and roll the Bulgarian, who seems to have blocked pretty well.
Referee telling him to open front headlock.
Okay, well, he went under there pretty good. He's got it up. Off the mat.
6, 3, 2, and 1. So Engel fighting and trying, but not going to get anything. So he's going to lose the first period 1-0.
Engel's going to head to the corner and talk to James Johnson, who's a Sunkist coach. Of course, Dan Chandler, the Minnesota Storm coach. Chandler was on the air earlier with you. He's one of the great minds in Greco-Roman wrestling. Truly helped us develop a world-class program. Things are different now than when Dan was competing. The U.S. had difficulties winning matches internationally. Now we've won world titles internationally in Greco. So Engel needs to score in this 90-second period. Put himself in a situation where he's driving the ship, because if he even goes 0-0 in the 90 seconds, he'll have to defend. But some of these Europeans are very good with their gut wrenches and other tilts from the mat. So
Kostadinov, just a real good-looking kid in terms of his athletic prowess and his stance. He's only 21 years old, and just really, you go out there, you look at him, just facial expression, he just looks like a wrestler, and that's something that he's got a little bit of an X factor to him that maybe might give him the edge, throughout his career. But he's really already proved it at the junior level, as you said, Gary. And just I'm really impressed just by his mat demeanor. He hasn't really shown a whole lot in terms of ability here today, because we haven't seen a whole lot of him. But winning the first period by defending, but just an impressive-looking kid as far as being built like a Greco-Roman wrestler.
Well, when you get to Greco and you see some of the international wrestlers, they never did anything like, what do you call it, folk style? Greco was their sport when they were children coming up through the age group programs in their country. And they seem, in some positions, very relaxed because they're so used to being in some of these spots. Whereas we have a developing curve with some of our athletes who may wrestle the international styles when they're growing up and going through the USA Wrestling programs, but they also spend their winters on their high schools and even in their colleges doing the folk style. And Northern Michigan's a place where we catch up and concentrate full-time on the Greco and have our college athletes trying to close the gap on that experience.
Well, now in parterre, Nate Engel going to try to defend, and what do we have? He tries to roll up, white paddle.
Well, that's better. That would have been a heck of a way to lose the period, since all he has to do is defend.
Well, now it's going to be legitimate. So
yeah, no, that was a true. He hopped both sides and got the gut wrench. Now he's going to do a little lift for little extra points. Doesn't look like he's got exposure yet, but yeah,
he's
Rod's
counting it.
calling it. Yeah.
2, and are they going to give the 1? No, but it's just going to be 4-0 win for Alexander Kostadinov of Bulgaria. 55 kilos.
Well, Bulgaria starts off with a win in the first weight class, just like